Hey everybody, this is Alan Adcock, CEO of ASC Group, here with another installment of Cyber Sentinel. Today we're going to talk briefly about incorporating data security into your work from home policies. People are still working from home. We're kind of in the second wave now of the coronavirus coming through the United States, and stuff is still shut down in a lot of places, and a lot of people are just having to work from home still. Some of the schools are back open at this point. A lot of them are still closed. So people are staying home because they've got to take care of the kids as they're not in school yet. So as we look at this, there's key essential pieces to work from home. We've got productivity items. So obviously you got to be productive when you're working from home. And then a lot of companies still are not adhering to proper security while they're working from home. So we'll go through these real quick. How do you configure devices for work from home? We need to make sure that people who are working from home are working on corporate-owned devices, and those devices are prepared and set up to be used on corporate networks. So what does that mean? It means we're joined to security contexts through the domain. We're using proper group policies to control that device. It means that we have management tools on those devices so that IT can continue to support that device while it's in the field. How do your policies impact that? That is a work computer, not a home computer. We don't want to mix those functions together. It may be tempting if you have kids they're at home and maybe the home PC is not up to speed and they're trying to go back to school and do the Zoom calls and all that for school, to have them do that on the work PC, but we really don't want to mix those two together. We don't want the kids on the work PCs installing software and going and surfing websites and that kind of thing. VPN, we talked about VPN before. VPN is critical. We want to make sure we have a secure connection from the house to the office, and all that traffic is running through that secured tunnel. We want to make sure that we are only running applications that are on an approved list of applications. So we don't want kids installing stuff on the work PCs. We want to make sure that our employees are not installing stuff that's not authorized while they're at home. While you're at the office, it may be easier to go grab an IT guy and say, hey, I need this application, and talk that through. If you're at home, you may just say, I'm just going to do it myself. Unintended consequences of that are breaches in security, lack of updates, those kind of things, incompatibilities that may arise and cause problems. How's your physical security set up at the house in your work from home scenario? Do you have a room that you go that is your home office, or are you operating off the dining room table? A lot of people are running dining room table in it. So how do you set up for security in that scenario? We want to make sure that you're using things like hard passwords, two-factor authentication. Require those screens to auto lock. If you walk away to go cook dinner or go take care of something, make sure those screens auto lock so that nobody else, kids or what have you, are on the machine while you're not there. Education for the remote employees is still super critical. We've got a number of web-based training tools that we use that have specific work from home modules now. We're still looking for those threats to the corporate network. Same thing, business email compromise threats, ransomware, all those things still exist and are increasing in this environment. And then, how do you manage those people at home? Our companies are implementing employee monitoring software. We're still looking for tools that are going to, make sure that you're not visiting websites that have security holes in them and those kind of things. And we've seen some requests from clients for tools to track user activity. These things is kind of trying to find a technology solution to a people problem and a management problem. We're not big fans of employee tracking software from an activity standpoint. We tend to put in tools that are only going to be used for tracking security threats versus tracking user activity itself. There are some tools out there. If you have needs for those, we can talk to you about those if it is a real need. But anyway, those are some of our thoughts today on Cyber Sentinel around working from home and what those policies need to look like. If you developing those policies, we have some that we can help tailor for your use. And if you have any other technology questions, please reach out to us on social media at #CyberSentinel. Again, I'm Alan Adcock, CEO of ASC Group. You can find our company at www.ascgrp.com.